Hi guys, it's Phicen on the SLS channel, and today we're gonna look at TBLeague 1/6 scale Vampirella figure in the Asian edition. And she comes packed in a shipping box, and inside the shipping box you'll find, let's see here, some of this stuff. Inside the shipping box you find the box for the figure and a styrofoam case for the base itself. I don't see why they didn't make a larger box for both the figure and the stand, or the diorama base, like as they did with the Phicen Lady Death figure. That one had the base and the figure all in one large cube-like box, but here they've decided to put the box and stand in two separate sort of boxes. If we focus at the styrofoam box first, let's see here. You have the stand. It's very well protected inside the styrofoam, but still I think it would be nice to have it all in one box for sake of storage. But the base is in a bag with a bunch of these smaller bags with the candy you're not supposed to eat. So there is that, and and the figure. This is the box. You get a nice picture on the front, a picture on the sides, two different pictures on the sides, and you got a nice picture on the front. And let's move in on the box. There's a story here. If you want to read it, you can just put the video on pause, and there you have that. So yeah. And let's move the base over here. Put the box down. And the box opens with magnetic flaps on both sides. You can just lift it up. There's nothing on the inside, just simply black. And then you have a sheet of styrofoam on top, protecting the contents. And yeah, here's another one of those bags with candy you're not supposed to eat. Accessory wise, you have this bat that can be mounted on her finger. Really nicely sculpted. Some softer plastic for the wings, painted and washed. So yeah, leave that to the side. If I can get these fuckers out. Yeah, you get two of these golden bracelets, nicely sculpted. Let's see if we can really get into them. Got some sort of pattern going all the way around them, and they're both identical. And then we have her armband with some nice sculpted details going around it, painted in gold. You get this vampire skull, nicely detailed all over. With cracks and everything. Really nice sculpt, really nicely painted and blackwashed. You get left and right relaxed hand with blood red long nails on them. You also get two holding hands, nicely painted with those same nails, or probably should say claws at this point, because these are very long. And then there is a bag with the head sculpt with another strip of plastic to protect the hairstyle. And as I said, this is the Asian version. Let's see if I can get my thumb out of the way. Really nicely done. With makeup and sparkles under her eyebrows. Beautifully done. Got this tiny little mole on her left cheek right there, and her signature split on the bangs on the front there. So yeah, really nicely. Let's see, let's try to pick out this body without leaving marks on it. It has this cardboard piece to keep it straight in the box, and you simply just peg on the head sculpt. Be mindful of the hair when you put it on. Try to ease it on, wiggle it on. Try not to get any of the hair caught between the neck peg and the head sculpt. The hair is a little bit, how should I call it? But yeah, you can fix it by try to fill with it. But yeah. Let's see if we can adjust the camera a little. And this is the figure. If I can get it all in one shot. Screw it, we just move the figure up and down. Keep it in the lights there. But yeah, she looks beautiful, guys, just like in the comics. I remember reading, I'm born in the 80s. My brother and dad, they collected comics for a while, so I came across some of them when I was going through the stuff in the attic. But yeah, by default she have those claw post hands, to put it that way. I recommend being careful when swapping out the hands, as there's a ball joint in the elbow that goes to the wrist, and from the wrist there's a tiny metal piece with ball joints on both ends that goes from the forearm and into the hand. So make sure that you're careful when removing the hands, so you don't accidentally pull the tiny wrist peg with you. But if you do, no worries, they can be attached again, but it's a bit of a pain in the ass to do so. But yeah, she have her signature color. She got that really nice looking red bathing suit, or what you're gonna call it. She have that bat symbol thing on the crotch. Muscular body, as she was in the comics. You got some pleather shoes or boots with articulation on a ball joint. You get the side to side, up and down, and some swivel. So yeah, that's the figure. And in the bottom layer, if you pull up the foam that had the figure on it, excuse me, you find the cape. And it feels like the same material that was on the Lady Death figure, heavy silk-like cloth. I'm not sure if I wanna. There's a snap button system. You just be careful when you snap it together so you don't accidentally break that piece. You can just, I recommend snapping the button on, remove the head sculpt, or put it on before you put on the head sculpt. I also recommend putting a piece of plastic around the neck area here, where the cape is going to rest on, to prevent it from staining the body, which I have seen on some earlier figures. I will probably not be using the cape though, but yeah, that's the cape. And if you give me a second here, I sort out the table and I'll be right back. So here is everything in the package displayed. As I've gone through, you get the arm bracelet or arm ring, left and right bracelet for her hands. You get the vampire skull. You get the bat that can be mounted on her finger. You get a beautiful cape that really have some weight to it, so it hangs beautifully on the figure. Of course you have the base with the pile of skull that she can be sitting on. You also get the left and right holding hand for a sword or staff, or you can use it as more as a posing hand, I suppose. You get left and right relaxed hand. Got one on the figure. You get right and left clawed hand or grasping hand. That came default on the figure. I have one holding the skull. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. It's a really nice figure from TBLeague, formerly known as Phicen. These bodies they've developed over at Phicen, or yeah, I will say Phicen because that was what the company was called when they developed the body. They're now called TBLeague for some reason. This effort was co-effort by Executive Replicas and Dynamite, along with TBLeague. And yeah, it's a very beautiful figure. Probably will be getting more figures from this company. Then I will be getting Hot Toys figures and etc. Because these figures are amazing. They're seamless. apart from on the joint by the neck and the head sculpt. They have a seam at the wrist, and that's for swapping out hands. Some of the earlier versions of this silicone skin with stainless steel skeleton bodies, they had seamless ankles, but the later versions they have swappable feet. So there is a seam on some of those feet. I noticed while posing up this figure now that there is a plastic wrapping around the lower legs to prevent them from staining from the boots. And I'm not sure, maybe the lower part of the boots, the ankles, are sculpted and there's a peg from the leg and into the ankle or the foot. So yeah, but there you have it, guys. It's the 1/6 scale Asian edition of the Vampirella figure. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and as usual, go nuts in the comments. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel for more reviews and other fun stuff. And I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Bye bye.